Hey guys, welcome to the Crinkle side. Hey everyone, welcome to the Crinkle side. It's been forever since I've been on. I'm sorry that I haven't been on for a while. I've been sick for the past, I don't remember when, since like 5 days now. I just been having headaches, a little sore throat, inflammation, little stretchiness of the face. Yeah, that's why I have this weight, because I'm sick. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, so sore throat, headache, little whoopsie, hungry, but also not hungry. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm to the point like I'm hungry but don't want to eat. So that been my new year, That's what I've been doing from my new 2018. Woo! Just like, yeah. So also loss of platter balls. Good thing to be wearing crinkles. Seriously. And talking about crinkles, today's video is gonna be a two-part. This is gonna be the first part, which I wanted to talk about, is about how to be in an ABD event, how it is to be in an event, how to act, what to expect from an ABD event. I put it in all my social media, on my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, and on Fet, saying that what do you guys want to see for your next video, and the majority of the vote was how to be in an event. So this video is gonna be a two-part. I'm gonna be doing a Crinkle review and talking about my experiences in a Littles event. So here we go. So in a Littles event, what you may say is in a little event. A Littles event, which not all of them are supposed to be this way, but most of the Littles event are events where you go to a hotel or a location or a munch or a restaurant. It could be for a day, it could be for 2 days, it could be up to 3 or 4 days, matter of the event status. So, like, I'll give you one of my past experience. I went to a little sleepover last year. I went to a bunch of them, but my first official one was from, I think, what was it, from Thursday all the way until Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So it was really, really great. I get to meet, when I got there, I didn't know how to act because, again, it was my first one, and I never been to big ones. I still haven't been to big ones like TeddyCon, CapCons, Little Invasions, all these huge, well-known ones. But I started out with a small one just to see how it is. So with a small one, I think I try to see if I can handle it. If I can handle a small one, man, maybe I can handle a big one. So with a small one, it was okay. I got there early. It was nobody there, except the people who hosted, and they seemed to be pretty cool dudes. Like, talk. They like feel comfortable. You just fill out a questionnaire. How you heard about us? How doing this, doing that, and just fill out not like paperwork, but it kind of was like paperwork. So it's just around there. just explaining how you heard about us. Are you interested in any future events that we do? We like to receive a newsletter, a little thing to let you know by mail if it's comfortable with you. So I put short, yes, answer my question, how I got in the lifestyle and stuff. It's so they can know who you are as a person, because later then they can talk to you one by one, the hosts or leaders. And that's where actually I met one of my other babies. It was pretty awesome. And she was one of like the first couple people there. And it was astounding, like, because she was kind of nervous and I was kind of nervous, and this is a majority of things that you guys should know when meeting another little or somebody who's interested in the same thing as you. Try to say hello, try to break a little bit that barrier, like quietness barrier, but don't come out being like creepy, you know what I mean? Don't be like or like hey, how are you? My name is Josh. I like everything about you. That's a no. No. The reason why I'm thinking about it because there was another person who was in this event. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna anything, but was kind of a creeper. But I don't like to judge people by like the first thing I see, because you don't know if that person's actually amazing. You know what I mean? So, but it was just like a couple things like glances and things out here. And while I was filling out the paperwork, they're like, she told me like, "Hey, sit right next to me." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Like, if you don't mind, sure." So I'm sitting right next to her and everything. I brought my stuffy, which by that time was Stitcheroo, Stitch, and we were having a great convo. Filling out the paperwork. I got kind of distracted because me and her were just talking and getting like we kind of clicking, like our vibes were clicking, and it was cool because I'm a very shy person. So when I get to like meet or talk to people, I'm like, hi, like until like I feel comfortable with you and stuff like that. So that was a really good experience. Um, Another thing that I should always tell people when you go to events, never, how do I say? I was, I don't. This is funny. What I mean is, never doubt yourself. Never make yourself shy. Never make yourself like stand in a corner because you might be like not comfortable with a one-on-one or like two or two. If you are and you get the courage to go into an event, a simple compliment will make a huge difference. Like that's how I started, like saying to someone like, "Hi, I like your stuffy," and they like, "Oh, thank you," and then if they really want to talk to you or something, they'd be like, "Well, his name is Stitch. He's my own Hana, and you know he was with me." And then they start talking to you, and then you start talking to them, and then you start da, 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 da. And then sometimes you meet great people in these events, and sometimes you just find the ones. And I'm not gonna lie to you because I feel like a lot of people who are in the community, when they tell you their experience in events, they don't tell you all the way the truth in some events. Which again, don't take up on me, don't, because I haven't been to big ones, but I've been to smaller ones and some kind of big ones, and there are gonna be people who are kind of like snooty, a little snobby, you know, or I don't want to say swingers night, but to themselves. And don't ever think it was because something that you might say or the way you are as a person and as a little. Don't think it's all because of that. I believe me, it's not you, it's them. Or maybe they just don't want to talk because they know their type of people already and they're there to hang out with their type of people and they're comfortable with their type of people. So don't. And it's a shame because, being in lifestyle, everyone should be like welcoming to one another since, you know, I thought I heard a noise. So, it was some weird noise. Um, you know, there are gonna be people in there. There's gonna be some people, who are. I haven't experienced it yet. I might have in one or two places, but I kind of get it. They if somebody new, if they go to those events all the time, and it's something like regularly, like every month, and then they just see somebody new, they're gonna be like, "Who are you? What are you doing here? Who sent you? What are you wearing?" So it's just stuff like that. You know what I mean? And sorry, I'm sorry if I'm talking weird. It's my thing. Um, just always keep your head high. Don't give up on anything. Don't give up on munches because if you want to be that person who was shy and but wants to be open in the community, want to experience more than just being in your house by yourself, enjoying like maybe 1 or 2, 3 hours by yourself, being low space, I understand, try. First thing I would recommend if you want to start going open, go to Munches. If there's any local Munches, one person asked me on my social media, what is a munch? And if they would have asked me this in 2011, like in December, I would have been like, but now I know what is a munch. Now, a munch is, they were supposed to say, is a lunch meet, and not a meeting like a business meeting. A munch is where you meet a group of kinksters, fetishers, fetishers, um, who are in the same thing as you. So not every munch is a little munch. You just find the ones that are little or video or H play. So those munches are really great. Oh my god, just itchy nose. Are H play. So when you go to those munches, it's strict. The ones that I've been to are, they always say it's strictly vanilla clothing. Um, no littleness, no little clothing. Um, they have these guidelines and rules, but it's mostly to protect the people who go there, and because it's gonna be at a vanilla location, unless one of the munch is not in a vanilla location, which then the rules might change. I don't know for all munches, but that's the guidelines. And then they say when wearing crinkles, if you're gonna wear crinkles, okay, but make sure you wear something that covers it completely, that it's not poking out, peeking out. And again, it makes sense because you're in a vanilla setting, so it's and it's a great way to start out to meet people who are into what you're into, have conversation. You got also meet people who have been in this lifestyle before you were even born. I met a couple people. I don't want to call them old, but personally more experienced than I am, who've been doing this for like 10, 15 years and are happily, they've been doing it before internet shared it. And it was like, they were telling me stories how it used to be on ads on newspaper to find other people, and how they used to go with companies and who used to make actual baby crinkles, and they secretly companies used to make adult crinkles. So it's like, good to know. Good to know. Um, Another good thing is I was forgetting something. I'm sorry. I promised I was gonna do a good video for you. If I wasn't so sick, I swear. But so after a munch, if you guys like going to munches, try looking on Fet, on listings of when they gonna have like another event. And also, if you don't have the money to go to like huge events like TeddyCon or like CapCon, or don't have the way to to go to these events, like let's say for transportation, munch is always good because when you get a nice close relationship with somebody who is into it, and they live around you and they go into the same place as you, and let's say like you want to go and you go always carpool, work out something, and you start grabbing a close connection, because then you get to know that person more, that person gets to know you more, and you share an experience as together as like people. I hate my light system. um and it's gonna be something that both of you guys could share. Like, I went to another event with somebody who was new to events like I was, and never been to this, and I never been to that. So it's like we carpooled together, and it was great. Me and him had a blast. He's my bro. I love him to death, and to this day we always talk and everything. And if it wasn't for him, like, seriously, I would not be who I am right now, because when I started being open, he was there, and he's the one who actually told me about what's the name of my lifestyle, what it's called, what is this, what is. He's the one who made me a fan. He's the one who made me this, made me a Tumblr. He's the one who's ride or die. You know what I mean? To crink and all. So, and what you just saw right there, it's a little preview of the next video. So, so all I could give as an advice is be you in events. Don't hide who you are and be something that you're not in order to impress anyone or try to gain friends. Because if they don't like who you are and the honesty that you bring to the table, and the person who you completely, I don't want to say are, but are from the inside and out, then they're not the people that's supposed to be around you or around your life. You know what I mean? Because I've seen people in the group and everything, like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, there are people who force themselves in the lifestyle. Like, and I don't want to say force themselves, because the lifestyle is open to everyone, there's no limitation or anything. But people who are like, um, how do I say it? Like, when I'm in group chats and stuff like that, I see people be like, I want a daddy. You're my daddy? Who wants to be my daddy? Daddy, daddy. I'm like, and I have nothing against those type of people, or who are just like, oh, I'm looking for a kicker, or this is a kicker right away. Because yes, go look for something that you want. Be passionate, do what you want to do. But don't be those type of people because you meet once, you think they're already yours. You know what I mean? Like let's say you meet a caregiver for once, and how do I say it? And you meet and everything, and then you already automatically think they'd be like, so do we have a relationship now? After one meeting, are we a thing? Do we have a DDLG? Do we have a crinkles relationship now because we had this one meeting? Don't be that way. Don't force, don't push something right away. I would just say, if you're looking for something, go right ahead, look for it. Put yourself out there. You know, it might be tough at times. You might get a lot of rejection because it happened to me. I got a lot of rejection by the color of my skin, by my hair color, by my weight, which it fluctuated me. And there was a point that I changed the way that I look in order to gain something. I changed who I was in order to gain something that I wanted, even though I was changing who I was and felt empty inside. Instead of being happy in this lifestyle, I was doing the complete backwards until I found out, you know what, I don't have to change myself. I don't have to change who I am in order to be in this type of relationship or have this type of like family relationship. If like that's the thing, family is supposed to be people who love you no matter what. So that's what I was kind of looking for, and then I stopped. Like, and people who says, "Oh, you're too dark," or "You're too skin color," or "You're too fat," or "You're I don't do Latinos," and or "I don't do multi-race people," or "I don't," you know, and be like, "Oh, I don't only do, let's say, I only do sexual littles. I don't do non-sexual play." And you're like,
Bruh.
exactly. Even my light, even my light gave me that little thing. Thank you, light. So, um, yeah, don't change who you are. Do not force to be in something that you're not. You know what I mean? Because I've seen it with a lot of people in group chats and Facebook posts and Facebook groups and stuff. Like, you know, they be like, oh, like I got messages now, like, hey, I'll be your daddy. I'll be your daddy. I'm like, oh, are you ready to serve me? Are you ready to follow the rules? I'm like, hold up. Like, hold up, Kiki. Hold up. If you want to have a relationship, kink relationship with me, don't force it. Get to know me as a person. Be like, hi, my name is this. I saw your post. I like your picture. I like your videos. I like your show that you do. I like, you know, the photo shoots that you do. Just wanted to say that real quick. Is there if anytime my name is this and that, here's my message. If you ever want to write me back, be good, great to hear from you. That's a message you send. You know what I mean? And if some message people like it, they write back, be like, "Hey, thank you for liking my stuff. Thank you for the support. I try hard." And then that person write back to you, and then you write, and then back forth until maybe a month. I know I'm saying it wrong, but maybe a couple weeks, a month of writing, and then you'd be like, "Hey, if they're in your area, would you like to meet up for coffee? You like to go coffee or get some food, or one day we'd like to meet in the mall, and then you meet in person, feel their vibe, and they feel your vibe. It's like being in a relationship with a girlfriend or boyfriend. Get to know that person before you just jump right into it and be like, because I can't see that type of relationship working. I just can't. You know what I mean? So that's what I always say. Take your time, and don't change. So that was my video. I know I talked and talked and talked. So I'm gonna be ending it soon because it's almost right there in the 25-minute margin, and I'm getting a little signal from one of my team. So hello. So the part 2 of this video is gonna be a Crinkles review. And can you guess what it is? I'll give you a little sneak peek. So, hello guys, thank you. Remember, subscribe, hit that like button, share with your friends. Love you.